Welcome back to today's Quick Tip 3-Minute Thursday. In today's video, we are going to go over simple strategies to make going up and down stairs easier and feel smoother for those of you that have a spastic leg. So this video is for any of you who feel like when you go up and down stairs and you know you have kind of a stiff leg or a spastic leg, it feels jerky, or you feel like your leg just kind of gives out on you, or when you're going upstairs, you kind of always feel like you're falling backwards. If any of those things apply to you, today we're going to give you a few simple tips to smooth out your walking when you are ascending and descending stairs. If you're new to this channel, I'm Tara. I'm a neurologic physical therapist, and on this channel we talk about anything and everything related to mobility, health, and fitness to empower you with as many tools as possible. And all that said, let's just quickly go over what I mean when I talk about a spastic leg so we're kind of all on the same page. In this situation, a spastic leg is when your knee seems to lock out involuntarily, or you have a foot that's kind of always pointing. This is something you would notice when you're either sitting or you're laying in bed. Your foot just kind of involuntarily points down. Anything like that, I kind of consider that a spastic leg. And so what happens is if your leg is kind of involuntarily straightening out, sometimes that is your brain's way of protecting you. So if you notice your leg was really weak when your neurologic injury first happened, and then you just developed this spasticity, in some instances, that's just your brain's way of saying, oh no, this leg always feels like it's going to buckle. Based on what I see, it makes sense to me that this is probably some kind of a evolutionary protective mechanism. Now, why do I tell you all that when it comes to stairs? Well, stairs are very challenging and they are very, very scary, especially going downstairs. So it would make sense to me that you would have more of this involuntary straightening out of your knee when you are going up and down stairs. So what does that usually create when you're going upstairs? Is it pushes you backwards. What does that usually create when you're coming downstairs? You can't bend your knee. It won't unlock to let you go down the step. Same with the foot pointing. When you're going upstairs, if your foot points, that's why I mentioned the pushing you backwards, right? Not very good or fun. If you've ever experienced this, you're trying to move your body up the step and you feel this kind of force pulling you backwards. Anything like that, there are a few simple hacks that you can do to minimize that involuntary straightening of the knee and pointing of the foot by just what I call setting yourself up for success. If you don't let your knee get locked out, then most likely that it'll be harder for that involuntary knee straightening to occur. So what do I mean by that? When you are going upstairs, if this is your involved leg, and you are someone who is trying to go upstairs with a weaker leg, the best tip in the world to set yourself up for success is to position your body directly over your foot before you even attempt to push. If you try and push up here, right, your leg wants to go straight, right? Your knee wants to go straight to bring you up the step. Your brain, from what I've seen with patients I've done with this in person, it'll automatically go to that spastic involuntary contraction. Now, what's another feature of this spastic involuntary contraction? It's like a light switch. It's either on or off as far as the muscle goes. And that's not really how our muscles work. Our muscles kind of do this like slow build, like our neural circuitry. It's not a light switch. It's more of like a dimmer switch. All of our muscles need to function that way. You need a certain amount of voltage at different points in that movement, right? Okay, so if you position your body here first, your body weight is so far forward, it's going to have a much harder time of doing that involuntary straightening and pushing you back. The other thing it does is it overly flexes your foot. Okay. So again, if you're trying to push from here, your foot is moving towards pointing. It's not pointed, but it's not flexed either. Right. And so if you get that involuntary pointing, you're going to get it very, very strong. Easiest thing you can do is to consciously think about getting your body weight as far forward as possible before you push. And when you're pushing, know that you're going to have to work really hard to keep your body moving forward when you have all these other mechanisms that are trying to push your body backwards. Okay, so there's two thought processes that are really easy. One, before you even start, move your body forward. And two, try and keep moving your body forward as you're stepping up. Those are the two internal cues. Now, when it comes to stepping down, I'm going to give this to you in a two-step process. Okay, you're going to start by learning how to step down backwards. This is for those of you that want to learn how to step down with a stronger leg. Okay, so weaker leg, taped leg. I know you guys really appreciate that, okay? First step when stepping down backwards is first, make sure you have something to hold on to initially. Bend your knees, squat down first, and then step this leg back down. Again, what you're trying to do is your brain is trying to, I think, this is just a hypothesis, but your brain, when you're trying to step down with your stronger leg and it knows that all your weight has to be on your weaker leg, it's going to use those spastic patterns. Well, that becomes a problem because then what happens when you go to step down is you can't unlock your knee the way that you think it's going to just bend like it normally does. And so it throws you off. It makes going downstairs extremely jerky because it's like bend, 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 and it just bends either really late or it doesn't bend at all, and you guys just do this, right? So squat, still same with like we did when we were going up. Pay special attention to keep your body weight forward over this leg. Don't let it go into that spastic pattern and set this foot down. Okay, so what are we learning first by stepping down backwards? A, it's a little bit easier for most people. And B, the two things that you're trying to learn is how to keep that knee bent when you completely load this leg to step this foot down. Okay, because what happens for a lot of you, you pick this leg up, now all your weight's on this leg, your leg's going to want to straighten out. So two things, squat, keep your body weight forward in this case. Step this foot down and back down. So from the side, bend first, keep your body weight forward, and step down. Get really good at that. I would practice that a ton, stepping backwards first. And then when you go to step forward, bend first. Keep your body weight back over this foot when you step down. Other option is that people just start coming down too fast and it feels like you're kind of falling onto that leg. So just consciously think about just staying back just a half a second longer and be a little bit more controlled when you set that foot down. Okay, so those are just a couple of simple kind of cues to think about and a couple of things that you can practice on, what I call drills to practice on to smooth out your ability to walk up and down steps. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did and you haven't yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so that you'll get notified every time I upload new videos. I enjoyed spending time with you all today. I'll see you in the next video. Have a good day.